you want. The Donnie Simpson Show.
That's my man, Skip Pruitt. That's his music getting us started today. And I love this because already we got Wonder Mike making his moves. He liked that groove.
That was fine. I like that.
I was going to start tapping. For real. That was
Oh, well, welcome to my podcast. This
Yes.
is Donnie
Thank you,
Simpson
brother.
Show.
Thank you,
And
Donnie.
I've got the legendary Sugarhill Gang with me. Man, true legends of not just hip-hop, but of music.
We are
Thank you. I'll
very
take it.
thankful.
I'll
Yeah,
take
man.
that.
Yeah,
Well, you've
we're
earned it,
extremely
man.
Coming from the master, I take that.
Man.
Yeah, right. You're going to be too. Talk about legends. You got history.
Well,
Yeah.
history I got. I don't know if it's good history.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been around a long time.
Oh, yeah. So have we.
I know. Well, what year?
This is our 40th.
40th.
Yeah.
Okay, this
This
is
is-
my 50th.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
See,
50th year in broadcasting.
Exactly. See
radio.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
10 when you started?
15.
Wow.
Real close.
I was 17,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet?
Well, in our neighborhood in the Englewood, New Jersey area, I had a little DJ group, me and one other guy, and it was
were
called
whack.
Phase 2. See, here we go. Our group was called Phase 2. And then there was another DJ group, they were called Sound on Sound. It was about 300 of them.
I knew it.
It was like 300 of them, and it was me and my buddy, Kevin Cook. And so, dance halls, high school dance, basement parties, but they used to always do the big parties, Anyway, we knew each other, we knew of each other, but we didn't really know. And like I'm famous for my ultimate echo box. I love this echo box, man. So like anytime I would get on the mic, at the party, they'd be like, "DB die nah so line."
I'm having a flashback.
So we were traveling the same circle. So when the night that we all got discovered was the first night that I actually face to face saw him. Yeah, and of course, I got discovered in front of a pizza parlor on Palisade Avenue, and we went up to Miss Robinson's house. And
by Sylvia Robinson.
yes, Sylvia Robinson. She was actually auditioning a guy named Casper that was a part of his group. And Casper was initially going to be the one person to do the record, but he turned them down. So, and they scrambled. They were in a 98, and they scrambled. They're like, well, what are we going to do? And so they said, there's a guy in the pizza parlor from the Bronx who could rap. And in the process of them listening to him in the back of a 98, Big Bang Hank, rest his soul, a friend of mine and myself, we were walking down the street. It's kind of like, what's her name? Lana Turner at the drugstore.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. I was walking down the street, and my friend stopped, and he was like, oh, you want to hear somebody rap? You need to listen to this guy.
Oh.
So I jumped in the back of the car, and I started rapping. So we all went up to the house, but they had already known about Mike, but they didn't really want him because he had a cold or something like that. I think.
Because he had a cold.
He had a cold.
He heard me on the tape.
And she didn't like the tape.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they ended up choosing the other guy. Long story short, when it was all said and done, because Hank and I thought it was going to be one guy. So I'm going back and forth. I'm saying, oh man, this is going to be my moment. This is my chance, Mike, I think Mike said, well, listen, I know you heard me before, but, I think you should hear me again. And that's how it happened. We all got together and, we started writing the lyrics. And, a couple of days later, we went in the studio and we cut rappers.
Well, literally. A couple days later.
A couple of days
Yeah,
later.
the audition was on a Friday night.
You still haven't gotten rid of that cold.
Right. but it's too late now. I can't send him back. I
It was on a Friday night, and Hank was auditioned first, and then Guy, and then me. And she couldn't decide on either to use Hank or G. And I said, it was 2 a.m. I said, Miss Rob, I can rap. And then she said, she was gracious enough to give me a listen. She said, okay, let me hear what you got. I said, hip, hop, the hibby, hip. I started incorporating everything that was going on around us that night. And she said, okay, Guy, you coming with yours. On and on. Hank, Hotel Motel. And
it wasn't his.
She said, I can't decide. I can't decide. I'm going to put all 3 of y'all together and start a trio.
She said 3 was her favorite number because before us, she had worked with the Moments.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Right. So it was
Right.
3. So 3 was her favorite number. She said, you know what? 3's my favorite number. I'll put the 3 of you together because I can't choose.
And she used an interesting word. She didn't say your voices complement each other. She said they contrast to each other.
Yeah.
Our voices and our styles. And that was a Friday night. She said, come down to the studio Monday and we'll cut a record.
Mm-hmm.
We came in there Monday. The band laid down the track in 8 hours, and we came and did it in almost one take.
Really?
We only stopped one time after my first rap. I said, come on, Hank, sing that song.
Yeah. Because
And
Hank
he was
didn't.
just looking at me.
Because there's a thing you call passing and emceeing. So I'll say, I'm like, yeah, it's on and on and on and on. Come on, Donnie, sing that song. So you come in. That's
right.
your
That's when
cue.
you come in.
It's like alley-oop.
It's
See,
on
Hank
and on and
wasn't
on and on and on.
Right,
You
but
know,
see, Hank
that's
was
G. My melody
right.
is on
That's
you.
my
So
cue.
what you gonna do?
Exactly.
Hit me.
Exactly.
Well, Hank, we didn't know wasn't a real rapper.
Oh.
So when Mike said, "Come on, Hank, sing that song," he was like, deer in the headlights.
Frozen.
He didn't know.
That's funny.
So they stopped.
Yeah.
But then we were like, okay, Hank, man, we won't, But we all the while we're saying to ourselves, because we had been, a couple of years now. I had been rapping in Teaneck and Hackensack and Englewood.
Yeah.
So I'm down. I mean, Mike, we like, why did he? Because he's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Because the Bronx was really what was happening. We were the second-class citizens when it came to rapping.
Yeah.
Really. So why didn't he kick it? Well, okay, anyway. So we just kept going. But we went, the record's 15 minutes and 21 seconds long.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Now, the reason why the record is that long is because when they laid down the track, if you're going to studio, lay down the track, you just lay the track down.
Yeah.
And it keeps it going. They never stopped the track. So we just figured because they didn't stop, we needed to keep going.
Oh, really?
So we went till the music ran out. And that's why the song's so long.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It was
Because-
originally 19 minutes
Right.
long.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they cut it down.
Yeah, so Mike passed it to Hank. Hank passed it to me. When I got done, the music was still playing, so I said, okay. I passed
15
it back
minutes
to
later.
Mike. Don't try it. I passed it back to Mike. Same thing. Music was still playing. He passed it to Hank. Hank passed it to me. That's why it's 3 verses on the song, because we passed back and forth.
Right,
through that.
right.
Because they were sitting in the control booth. We were in the studio. Nobody was saying stop. We didn't know it was the first time we had ever recorded a record, and we just kept going.
God, that's amazing. First time you ever recorded a record, and it's
And it was-
so
yes.
historic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That part is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And
man.
that's the mind-blowing thing, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about. I mean, that is the
How
song.
hard is it? Yeah.
That changed rap? Well, I'll say changed it, but took it to another level.
Yeah.
That
Well,
it just took it to the masses, man.
it's like we call it landing on the moon. It's like the first man landing on the moon.
Yeah, right.
It's that significant.
Oh, no doubt.
In the respect
Well, it's
of
in the Library of Congress.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
exactly.
it's like,
So, like,
this is part of our history.
thousands of years from now, it's going to be like Sugarhill Gang's rappers are like blah 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 blah.
Right.
Original members, Wonder Mike, Master G. Yeah, kind of.
How does that feel to know that? Yeah.
Still can't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go!
But yeah. So yeah.
No, I still don't get used to it.
Yeah.
We don't trip. This group, and me and Guy, we don't trip. You'll never, ever, ever see
always uses
our
my
hand
government name.
in front. Oh, gee, my man is
He
the
always
man.
uses my
Yeah,
government name.
we
How do you know? I want people to know I'm Guy.
Okay, Master G. His
Thank
name is
you.
not Guy.
Hey man, I apologize. I didn't mean to cut it. I apologize, Donnie. I
No, you
apologize.
didn't. You got to talk the most.
I'm sorry.
I forgot what the hell I was talking about.
You were saying you don't trip.
Right, you don't trip.
You'll
You-
never
you guys
see
don't
our
trip.
hand in
We-
front of a camera. None of that. None of that foolishness. And you don't have to go find us to do a show.
Yeah.
We're always ready. We put our hard hats on, grab our lunch pails, and go to work.
Professional.
No drama. Yeah.
Yeah, no drama. And that's why y'all have stayed together all these years.
It is.
Yeah.
And the thing about, I think our other great thing, especially for me, is that in the music business and entertainment, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
We have seen it all.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
We have seen it all.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We went through the drama early on, realizing what was
Some of that
going
ugly
on.
is ugly.
And having to fight, and we went through a period of time we couldn't even use the Sugarhill Gang name. Yeah, we've seen it all. We the trademarks to our personal stage names, we couldn't use those for a
Really?
second.
Your
Groups
own
going
names?
out.
Yeah, there was a fake Sugarhill Gang going out at one time. Yeah. And through the whole thing, and the thing that we always feel like is our saving grace is that we have always been the best, the closest friends, no matter what's going on. I mean, I've gone off and went and built businesses and did other things and was completely out. We used to hang out. I would come visit him. He would come to my house, and and so that's always been our thing. We this version of Sugarhill Gang we put back together in 2005. So in 2005, I was running companies and, living in Chicago and California, and he was still working with the group. And we always had an agreement that if he ever left the label, that whatever project he wanted to do, I would do with him. Oh, okay. I had no idea that I'd be back, touring the world and, doing television shows and movies. But he called me up one day. I was in a meeting with my staff, and he called me up.
Donnie show.
I know whose show it is. Be quiet. I'm telling the story, Mike. It's a
Donnie said
podcast.
4 words since we started this.
Because he's interested in what I'm saying.
Absolutely. You are an interviewer's delight. I mean,
I'm giving it to you.
I just said hi. Let's go.
Hey,
I love that,
doing
man.
it.
Come on.
We rocking. You know how we do. Woo. Again,
Puff,
you see what I got to deal with.
I see.
Okay.
Why did God give you this
I
assignment?
have no idea. I'm still trying to figure that out. Woo! So let me finish my story, man.
You're gonna get
I was getting mushy right now.
Oh wow.
Go ahead, bro.
Thank you, brother. Through it all, we stayed friends. And that's why I was saying 2005 he called me. And he said, "Hey man, I left the label." Mike, let me finish telling you this.
It's all good, man.
It's an important point.
It's an important point.
I left the label. I said, what do you mean you left the label? I left the group, man. I'm done with them. He says, there's some people that want to talk to us, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, because I know I need to do that, from that phone call, we couldn't even get a date. We didn't know how to get a gig at that point. And we, talked to one person, we started doing shows, we started touring, we went back in the studio. So this version of Sugarhill Gang, this version that you're seeing now, is a direct result of a phone call that he put into me in 2005. So we've been up and running full force since 2005, and we're doing 12 years now, right? Yeah. Back up and running. But through it all, man, we had to kick straight, but our friendship has always been our thing.
So when you called him in 2005, did he dominate that phone call?
Donnie,
I'm sorry.
E2 Wow.
Actually, we had everything done for us when we signed with Sugarhill during our heyday.
Uh-huh.
And when I left Sugarhill and called Guy and told him I left Sugarhill, we decided to start up, a new group. And we had no idea how to do anything. We didn't even know how to get a show. We didn't know who to call to get a show. And that is a lack of knowledge. And it produces fear somewhat. And fear paralyzes. You will not go anywhere fearing. And we figured, well, everybody else in the world is working and they're on the road. What are they doing? And we found out and we started making moves and, started working again.
Yeah.
Don't let, like my Aunt Laura used to say, God bless her. She said, don't let a mosquito get on the track and stop the train.
That's good. I like that, man.
I'll have to use that one.
Yeah, man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get your pen.
Here you go. You want to write that down? Make sure you give credit.
Yeah. Mosquito.
I'm writing this down.
Thanks, man.
So all these years later, now you're traveling the world again.
Yes.
Is it sweeter this time around?
Oh, man.
Yep, because it's on our terms.
One is, it's on our terms. We're calling the shots. We have great people around us, legal management people that help us, but we call the shots.
Yeah.
And that's a new thing for us because like Mike said early on, it was very, keep you in the dark, feed you a lot of stuff. And when you get too knowledgeable, cut you off. That's kind of how the mentality was. But over the years, we've been able to develop our ability to handle business and make good decisions. And like I said, again, and as a kid, again, like I said, I started at 17. So it was just, I'm hanging out, I'm losing my mind, I went from high school to being, heartthrob,
Wow.
So, I'm losing my mind, going crazy. And it kind of just glossed over me. But as a grown man, you end up living life. So like I said, I went to business, and I had children, and this that. So now that I'm in it, it's like I can appreciate it. I see it in so many different lights. It's like watching a movie again.
Yeah.
If you ever see Tom Hanks' Big when it first came out, and you're one age, you come back and see the movie again 10 years later, and you see the movie from a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
You appreciate it in a different light.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing with our thing. I appreciate it.
Sounds like y'all enjoy the business aspect of it almost as much as the entertainment aspect.
Oh, no. We were fortunate enough to do, other things when it came to business. So business is a natural progression. It's the entertainment business, show business. You see what he's doing over there, right?
I see him.
Okay. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to be informative and engaging.
Mike, can we get some toys or something?
Right.
Is that something that would entertain you?
Yeah, right, man. Do you need a Matchbox thing? Something, man.
Testing.
I asked a good question.
It works.
Mike, did you ever think about a career in comedy?
Oh, my God. I swear he needs to do that.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Oh, he keeps me in stitches.
Life is funny,
Yeah.
Life doesn't need any embellishment or exaggeration.
Yeah.
It's interesting enough.
Yeah.
And when you point out, that's why I like D.L. Hughley. He had a special where he was talking about his mother put Tide in the bathtub. What kind of bubbles are these? Cake. Start cake and make bubbles. And pour water into ketchup, and
Oh yeah.
not necessarily a humorous joke, but people relate to it.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
And when
really.
you give people reality, it's
know.
funny.
Yeah. And
I remember when I was first got married and I had glasses, drinking glasses that didn't have ridges around the rim. I was like, wow. Because every glass I had as a kid was a jar. It used to be a jelly jar.
Jelly jar.
Yes.
Ooh, I got the Dino glass.
I was like, yeah.
Right.
Where do I lock my lips at?
You have Welch's on the and drinking regular tap
Flintstone
water.
glass.
Drinking regular tap water.
Right.
Tap
Exactly.
water. That's right. In the
That's a
refrigerator.
different thing,
Yeah.
man.
Come on now.
So how old were you guys when you met?
I was
17?
17, yeah.
Okay.
I was 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're a little older.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hank,
Yes.
tell me his story,
He
man.
was 23.
Yeah. Hank was 23.
And,
So go ahead, you tell the story.
Ooh, Hank was an embellisher.
Yeah.
I called him MC Aesop. He would spin tales.
Oh my God.
He said that he played for the Detroit Lions
Oh, that's my team now.
and he played for the Redskins.
Oh,
Before
that's my other team.
Right. Well, wait.
before joining the
Before joining the
the gang, the
Right.
Sugarhill
Before he
Gang.
was part of the group.
Oh, really?
He
And
said that he was at practice with the Redskins. John Riggins ran him over and stood over him and said, "Welcome to the NFL." No, he didn't. Hank.
It didn't happen.
no.
And Hank was a big guy. He said, "Oh yeah, I went up with my girlfriend's father in a F-14." And no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Your ankle wouldn't fit in an F-14. You kidding?
He loved
Then we're on a
to
cruise ship.
embellish.
And Hank comes out of nowhere down the steps. I said, "Hank, you missed the party. Where were you?" "Oh, Captain let me steer the ship."
True.
A multi-billion-dollar ship with
Right.
3,000 lives on board.
Right.
And you're going to steer the ship in the night. No, you're not. Oh, no, you didn't, Hank. Oh, wow, that's not good, bro.
But he had a sound, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think he had the best voice of the group.
Yeah, he definitely had the best voice of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and so the whole thing with Hank is, again, that northern New Jersey area and the Bronx were two different worlds during that time. Those days it wasn't Instagram and social media. So whatever went on in the streets was word of
Cell phones,
mouth.
computers,
It was all word of mouth. So all we knew about Hank was that he was a rapper from the Bronx. And he had a friend that owned the pizza shop in our neighborhood. So the friend gave him a job, and he made pizzas, which was mind-blowing to us because he was a black guy making pizzas in the pizza parlor that could rap. So, that's how they knew him. That's how everybody knew, because he was like a hero in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So when Sylvia and Casper turned Sylvia down, that's what her son said. Her son said, well, this the guy Hank that makes pizzas and crispy crust. He's over there right now. So they made a U-turn. They went in front of McDonald's, and the crispy crust is across the street. So they made the U-turn and went in front of crispy crust.
Wow,
that's the only reason why we knew about Hank.
Yeah. What year did we lose him?
2 years ago, right?
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's been that long.
And what was it? Was it cancer?
He had a lot of different cancers that you would never think that he would have. I think one was lung, and he never smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, well, I've had friends that have died from lung cancer, never smoked.
Crazy.
Not always that.
And they found all these cancers at stage 4. It seems to me everyone is finding cancer at stage 4. What happened to 1 and 2 and even 3?
Yeah.
Everything is a malignancy. Everything's stage 4. Wow.
Yeah, and then he wasn't really healthy. He didn't.
No.
He ate horribly.
He was like
soda.
a little darker than me and a little lighter than Guy.
Yeah.
But he had kidney problems. And one day I went to go see him in the hospital, and he was darker than Guy and reddish.
What are you trying to say, man?
Like a red.
Well, what are you trying to say?
Yo, you gonna make jokes? I'm talking about Hank being sick, man. Wow. No, he was like maroon or something. It was really weird. And he used to get bad gout. His limbs would lock up. But
I just think it was like a natural progression of, unfortunately, what happens to certain people when you don't live well and you don't take care of yourself. You know, we don't have a time clock and we don't know. So when it triggers, sometimes there's no turning back. And I think it was just a natural situation just moving forward.
Yeah.
The ironic and somewhat funny thing about Hank, he said one day, I stopped eating red meat. Okay, that's good. But he would wake up at 2 a.m. and go make a cold cut sandwich with turkey meat, turkey salami, turkey pastrami, bologna, and all this. And he would have literally 12 slices of meat on there at 300 milligrams per slice. There's 6,000 milligrams right there with all this cheese, all this mayo, and a 2 liter of orange soda. Eat that and go to bed, and then 5 o'clock in the morning, he's locked up. I mean, come on, hey, you stop eating red meat, but you got a whole turkey on a sandwich with the cold cuts. Wow.
Would you talk to him about that?
Yeah. But he was a good brother. Sometimes me and him got into scuffles. I didn't want to fight the guy, and then one time we were making a kids album for Schoolhouse Rock, and we got into it like. We almost went over this railing in this 2-story house.
I wasn't there for that.
But his voice was phenomenal. He just didn't write.
Yeah, and we didn't know till later on that was okay. We thought it was taboo because the street law was if you rap, you wrote the rhyme. That was the law.
Right.
Your
thoughts.
Yeah, it was what you conceived.
Yeah.
And it's sadly ironic that it's that way with hip hop. Because I understand the bravado and all the bragging and all that and all the posturing. And, it's hip-hop. We were talking about stuff we didn't have.
Right at the time.
But some of the mega heavy-hitting all-stars of all time didn't write. And that's not a strike against them. Celine Dion didn't write. Diana Ross, Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra, Andy Williams.
Give you one, Elton John.
Right.
They didn't.
Bernie Taupin wrote every word he ever sung.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So there's no crime in it, but somehow it ended up a crime.
Because it was a slap in the face of the street law of rappers.
Yeah.
And then that was the problem. See, we didn't know about Kaz. We didn't even know about Melly Mel and the Furious Five until they came in the door, of the studio.
And
we didn't even know who they were.
Years.
Right. And so when we finally found out that he did not write the lyrics that he, recited in the song, it was a slap in the face for us too, because one, we realized why he couldn't write more songs, because after Rapper's Delight, we started writing songs, Sugarhill Groove and, Eighth Wonder, and we're writing songs. Mike and I are writing songs, and he never would be able to contribute to the writing process. And then once we found out why, we felt bad because for a minute everybody was roping us into that whole thing, saying we didn't write the lyrics and we were a puppet group and Milli Vanilli and all that kind of whole thing.
When you say why, what do you mean? When you say he couldn't write?
He just didn't. He didn't have the skills.
Okay,
to
that's
create.
what I thought. Okay,
Yes.
I was wondering if you meant he literally.
No, he could
couldn't.
literally write.
Okay,
Yes, but he didn't have the skills to create lyrics.
Right, I got you. I'm curious to know, as some of the OGs, I mean, you guys were there for the beginning of this. What did you think when we had the whole East Coast, West Coast battle? What did you think about Biggie getting killed, Tupac getting killed? I mean, all this, this drama that became hip hop.
I think everything went too far. Human nature likes to push the envelope. Okay, skirts get shorter, ties get narrower, whatever. Language gets a little bluer on TV. People are saying things now that you would never think they would say on TV. And hip-hop was that way. Mm-hmm. And for me, it got a little misogynistic. The black woman, a lot of times, most of the time, was the pillar of the household. Because a lot of times, hey, don't shoot the messenger. Yeah. A lot of times, brothers would leave.
Absolutely.
And I'm just speaking about the ones that did leave, not the ones that stayed and they were, father and all that. Mm-hmm. But to see the sisters reduced to how much freedom do I have?
Man, you get total freedom.
Okay.
Total.
Okay.
To see them reduce in a song put out by the brothers to and hoes and tricks. Hey, man, it's my opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm not judging, but it's my opinion. And I'm not being swayed to change that at all. The woman, the black woman, the pillar of the family. Hoe, trick, really? No. And that's why. That's one of the reasons why we broke up. It was because our contracts ran out, and paper wasn't right. Blah blah blah. But we were not going to start saying those types of things.
And that was the direction it was going at that time.
Yeah.
And for me, the whole Biggie, Tupac, the killing, it was like watching your child just go completely off the rail. It was saddening to witness what was going on.
You say your child. You're not talking about Biggie in particular. You're talking about
your own
your
child.
music.
Yes, your music.
Yeah,
right.
To watch the music go off track. Yeah,
we are the first. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. We are the first of our kind in every aspect. Yeah. So after us, everything else came. So I'm watching this thing and I'm seeing it grow and grow and but then to see it be connected, because that was the last thing on my mind, that it would ever be connected to somebody being killed as a result of what part of the country they were from and that kind of situation. I know that it's always going to be a form of expression because that's what I did with it. I said what I wanted to say. Mm-hmm. And once it started getting into different people's lives, different people are going to say different things. I was young. Unfortunately, I had a decent upbringing. So I was thinking about, girls and, being, popular and those kind of things. So when it got to Compton, they were doing different things. They were living a different life. So they talked about what they, the police was giving them hard. I didn't have issues with the police, so I'm not going to talk about that, but
you write from your experience.
Yeah. Right.
So I understand that, and I've always understood that. But the problem was that it just started spiraling out of control, and it was almost like there was nothing to do to be able to save it because so many people, started becoming a part of it.
Yeah,
there are history books, with their information, no matter how jaundiced we find out it is, but. We're all old enough to have seen the Detroit riots, the Watts riots, the Newark riots, and that famous clip of the brother getting hosed, and he falls down
Alabama.
at German Shepherds.
Yeah,
Alabama.
Your boy
Bull
Hicks.
Connor's dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bull
Birmingham,
Connor, and all that, and us just getting really dogged and looked over and passed over. Now, it goes from that to, and we're seeing this on TV in our lifetimes. It's not something that happened in our lifetimes. It's something that happened to where we can all remember it because it was that recent that we can remember it. And now all of a sudden, we're killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, look at that. Really?
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me that the people that really hate us have nothing to do because they're bored.
Oh, serious?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That was deep.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I mean, people that really hate us have nothing to do because they're bored because we're doing it to ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I've often felt that, a lot of times the racism we suffer within is greater than that we suffer without, outside of,
It's serious. Yeah. Point taken.
Yeah.
Okay. Shift gears on me.
Okay, shift gears.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
shift gears to
It's
this.
too heavy. I'm getting nervous.
Greatest rappers of all time.
Wow. Wonder Mike.
Okay. I love it.
Oh, wow.
I'm done.
Okay.
Well, you got your...
You better say me.
You got Master G.
You better say me.
Master
You
G.
bet-
He's number one.
No. No pressure.
No. Of course, Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really think Heavy D was overlooked. He had his shine.
Yeah.
But if you go back and listen to, say, I Got Nothing But Love For You, this guy used his vocals like percussion. A lot of times his rhymes would go into the next measure instead of being cut off at convenient times. Man, and just the phrasing of it. Just the phrase. I mean, it's no coincidence that's why they chose him to do the theme songs for In Living Color.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was dope.
Yeah, man.
And I'll tell you somebody who is actually my personal favorite for real. Melly Mel.
Melly, shout out Melly Mel.
If you listen to the lyrics of the message, a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. He wrote
I
that
found out
when
he was 14.
He wrote that when he was 14.
Get out of here.
old,
Are you
man.
serious?
It was on a
Yes.
previous record that was never kind of released.
because again they were doing it in the Bronx, so
Yeah.
he had that rap, and he did it on a record with Bobby Robinson. It was a record label in New York called
and it didn't take off.
and
for
it didn't
some
take
reason.
off.
But he wrote that when he was 14.
He wrote that rhyme,
How heavy was that?
Yeah.
swinging from now you're a
How do you
Maytag.
put
Blah, blah,
together-
next 2 years as an
Old
undercover
cover
fag,
being used and abused to serve like hell. To one day you were found hung dead in your cell. It was plain to see that your life was lost. You was cold and your body swung back and forth.
Really?
Okay. Can you do you understand what I'm
my
saying?
goodness.
And
Wow.
that White Lines. He did
Even
collaborations at Beat Street. He wrote all those lyrics for Beat Street, the movie.
Rows of windows disguised his eyes, looking down on the poor and the needy. Wow.
Wow.
He's so underrated.
I heard KRS-One talk about The Message.
Yes.
And he said that song is at the very epicenter of hip-hop. That's the
Yes.
very attitude
Yes.
of hip-hop.
Yes.
That
Wow.
song
Yes.
represents that.
Absolutely. Because at that point, again, because it came from us first, we were from a different mindset.
Yeah.
So when I had complete freedom to do what I wanted to do, I was going to talk about what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
They came from the Bronx, and it was hard in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know, I was in Teaneck and Englewood, New Jersey, living with grass and blah 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 blah.
Right.
Trying to figure out, what do I have to go outside and shovel the snow? They were literally living in that condition.
Yeah.
So when they were finally giving the opportunity to say what they wanted to say, because it was party before that.
Mm-hmm.
But when Sylvia came up with the ideal of it's like a joke sometimes, because Duke Booty, Edward Fletcher, is the actual
Writer for
writer.
most of
He's
it.
the conception of that lyric.
Melly Mel wrote "A Child Is Born,"
Right.
and Duke Booty wrote the rest of it.
The concept, the don't push me because I'm close to the edge. That's Duke Booty. That's Edward Fletcher.
And he happened to play the bongos with drumsticks to the opening of our song.
Yeah, he was a percussionist in our band.
That's Fletcher playing bongos with drumsticks.
So when he
And
came,
wrote part of the
right.
message.
Well, when he came with the concept of "Don't push me because I'm close to the edge," that's what gave Mel, I feel, the idea to say, okay, now we can talk about things that are relevant, and he used that rap.
Yeah.
And at that point, not to cut you off, but I did.
Wow.
But at that point, when it came out,
Shut the hell up.
when the record was released, and everybody started hearing it, yes, I really do feel like people were like, "Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I can say what I want to say,
Yeah.
and it be accepted."
And that song is the pivoting point for where hip hop went. It didn't advocate violence. It didn't advocate misogyny. What it did was depict what was going on in the hood. It depicted. It was a camera, news camera, like 60 Minutes, showing and telling what was going on. It didn't say
Well, that's always been the argument to people who have complained about it, that, it's promoting violence, it's promoting this and that. The argument to that has always been that, no, we're not promoting it.
Yeah.
We're just telling you what it is.
Exactly.
It's a portrait. We're just telling you. We're taking
at
pictures.
the end,
Right.
it's the moral is at the end, you might you might end up hanging in the cell, swinging back and forth.
And that's the thing that people don't understand always, because it's the adaptation of what's going on in the situation.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm drifting, but I just had this thought, and this goes back long before you guys even. I remember Curtis Mayfield on Superfly album.
Of course.
All right, Pusher
The man.
Yes.
Sir.
Pusher Man. And that song, man, how people were so critical of it.
Right.
Because he's bad as bitches in the bed.
Yeah.
Want some coke, have some weed.
I'm
your
that
pusher
nigga
man.
in the alley.
Yeah, right. All that stuff. And they're like, oh my God, they were just but then if you listen to the last verse where he says, got a woman I love desperately, want to give her something better than me.
it.
Been
Wow.
told I can't be nothing else.
Wow.
Just a hustler in spite of myself. That was so deep.
Yeah,
It's like, listen
Curtis
to the last.
was the man,
he's
Jack.
telling, this is the scene. This is what's happening.
Exactly.
But it's a set of circumstances that made this man
Exactly.
this way. He didn't come here like this.
He's that way as a direct result of what he was forced to do in the situation that he lived in.
Absolutely, man.
Bottom line. And that's what happens all the time.
And, and for me, that song was so significant in my development, because it taught me Curtis that he saw value in everyone.
Yes.
That you seen this guy as a pusher, man, that he's scum and all. No, but there's a set of circumstances that made him this. You know, and you still need to see him and to understand
As
him.
an individual, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
That was a
And rap is
deep album there. boy.
and rap
wasn't
is,
it, man?
is the
Superfly.
evolution of that.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow, it's all tied in, isn't it? It all just it's handing off, like you said.
It is deep.
Yeah. And then look now. Think about this. Remember my man Gil Scott.
Oh,
Okay,
what?
so listen to Gil Scott,
The voice.
and I'm sitting here now, and I'm really kind of having an epiphany. Listen to Gil Scott, and then listen to Public Enemy.
Yeah.
yeah.
The revolution will
Last
not. The last poet. The
Last
revolution will
Poets.
not be televised.
Right.
Public Enemy. Fight the power.
Fight. Right. Wow.
It's a natural progression
Yeah.
of what's happening.
What do you think of some of the rappers of today? Kendrick in particular?
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think he's a direct result of what he feels, and the opportunity that he has been given. Because the opportunity for a recording artist that does rap music now is like night and day. When we first started making records, we actually went in the studio and recorded a Coke commercial. We recorded the Coke commercial. COCACOLA.
Coca-Cola is what it's called.
The Greek.
It'll quench your thirst in the spring, summer, winter, and fall.
Okay, so we
When
did
you
that
drink
commercial.
Coke, you're too cool to sweat. You can walk in the rain and not get wet.
Well,
It's like
all right.
16 ounces of solid gold because Coke adds life to the young and old.
Old.
So we recorded that,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And we sent it to Coca-Cola. Crickets.
All right, cut me a check.
Crickets.
Wow.
Now today, Kendrick Lamar.
We done want none of them
What did he do?
young
What was he
revolutionaries.
getting? What did he win? Didn't he win like the Nobel Prize, or is it Kendrick Lamar that won the Nobel Peace Prize or something, or the Pulitzer or something, right? One of them.
Pulitzer.
It wasn't the
I think
Pulitzer.
it was. Yeah,
He
Pulitzer.
won one of the.
Yeah, it's a Pulitzer.
Right.
But you know, in talking about that, it makes me think about Snoop.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Oh my God.
you know, he had murder charges against him.
Yes.
He ends up on Madison Avenue
Yes.
selling Chryslers with Lee Iacocca.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, that's how
my
much
point.
things have changed. And Madison
Yeah.
Avenue was always so protective of image.
Yeah.
All this, you know, now you got this, you got weed smoking Snoop selling Chryslers. Come on. You know, so it changes. It's,
Ice Cube. F the police, Ice Cube, and NWA, and he's making Are You There Yet?
Right.
Kids,
It's-
family movies.
Yeah.
Doesn't Snoop have a show with Martha Stewart?
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Snoop hangs out with Martha
Yes.
Stewart and his girl.
Yes. They kick it.
I know.
That kills
I know.
me. That's
I know.
funny.
Isn't that something? It's
There it is.
fascinating how
There it
things
is.
change.
That's my point.
You know, yeah.
That's my point. It's
Yeah.
a different. So the vehicle now for the person that aspires to do it, you know, and then that's the other thing. We weren't thinking about being famous and being wealthy.
Yes,
and,
I was.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. My fault. My fault. My
I
fault.
wasn't doing it for nothing.
My fault. My fault.
Hey, man.
I told you what I was doing, right?
I know.
I told you what I was looking for. I was trying to.
He
looking
wanted
for
a date.
I wanted
He
a
wanted a
date.
date.
I want some
wanted a
paper.
date. I wanted a date, and then moving on, I wanted, you know, I was thinking like, you know, I'd be on the radio. That was what I thought I'd be doing.
I just sold a million records. Can I have a date now, please?
So, what was that moment like? I got to ask you this because in every movie you ever see about artists,
Right.
they depict that day that they first heard themselves on the radio.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember.
You don't remember, really?
I remember.
I swear to you, I don't
I
remember.
tell you.
Wow.
I can't remember the
I
first
tell
time
you.
I heard it on the radio.
I'll tell you when I
You could tell me. Maybe I
heard
don't
about it.
remember.
We were at Dale's Dance Studio. It was a place where we used to have our throwdowns, and somebody said they heard it. Now I didn't hear it at that time. That was a Friday night. That Saturday is when Miss Robinson took us to 125th Street, and we walked up and down and heard Rappers Delight everywhere.
Wow.
It was a Saturday afternoon. It
I
was
remember
like
that.
it was like a dream because we'd walk past the record shop, hotel, motel. You go to the next store. There's a
another record store, yes.
barber shop, record store,
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
Fish store.
I remember that.
Yeah,
remember-
somebody's driving by.
Yes.
A bang to the
Coming out of
boogie,
the
up jump
cars,
the
yeah.
boogie to the.
Wow.
It was crazy.
It's the only
Crazy.
thing playing from one end of the block, one end of
Isn't
the
that
street. to
It
the
something?
felt like a
I remember that.
dream.
But not on the radio. I
Well,
don't
that
remember
thing was
hearing it
like
on the
that.
radio.
That song was like a plague. It's just like
Yeah.
it's on everybody, man.
Now you're in radio.
Yeah.
You understand everything, the internet, the inner workings of how radio happens. Now, the song is 15 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
You have sponsors. They want to sell their product.
Yeah.
15 minutes long. The boards light up. I'm showing our age. The switchboards light up. Play it again. Play it again.
Oh yeah.
Some stations played it again. So now you have 30 minutes
One song.
commercial
With no
free
commercials.
music, and hey man, I heard some sponsors got a little ticked off, but
But they played it, and
Yeah, man, it's-
it did.
and
what
people
it
kept
did.
telling Miss Robinson nobody will play a 15-minute song. They did, and some of them played it back to back, and that's 30 minutes right there.
But eventually, they did have to cut it down.
Yeah,
They
to
did
a
have to cut it
7-minute
down.
version,
To
and
a
7
7-minute
minutes on the
version.
radio. is
7 minutes is
still-
a long
still
time.
long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they cut it from 15
All
minutes
that
to 7. That
Motown
was the
stuff,
short
2.5.
version. That's the
No
version we
doubt.
do. That's the version we do now.
Wow.
we do the 7-minute version, not the 15-minute version.
See, I am. Good night. No, I'm sorry.
What do you think about the money that these guys make now?
Wow.
I mean, because that's one thing that I do admire. It's like they brought the hustle of the street
Yes.
to Madison Avenue.
No question.
Hey, Chef, that be for his.
I am thoroughly impressed. It
it's
is
crazy.
mind-boggling.
It's amazing.
It's an about face.
Kendrick Lamar, I was reading this story. He bought a house in Calabasas for like $10, $15 million.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is amazing. This is unreal.
Well, they make money from
Yes.
clothing, liquor,
Yes.
champagne,
Yes.
Sports drinks.
video games.
Right.
I mean, it's just sports drinks. It's just amazing, man.
Yes.
What these guys do.
Yes. I'm thoroughly impressed.
And I admire them for
Yes,
that.
so do I. So do
think they deserve some credit for that they
I
don't
do.
get.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I
know?
agree. I
I'd
agree.
like to see some of that paper not trickle down, but be, let some of the classic acts get a piece of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, to me, hip hop is like the NFL. I love football. But some of the older cats from the 60s, 70s, and even 80s, they're struggling.
Yeah.
Brain trauma, no pension, or whatever, and chronic pain. And then the new guys, they're getting $100 million guaranteed. Dwayne Thomas, number 33 for the Cowboys. You remember him, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I did not know that when they won Super Bowl VI against the Dolphins 24-3, the brother made $5,000 that year.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Bob Lilly was making 27.
Well, they all used to
27,000.
work in the off season.
Yeah.
They had to have jobs.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff,
did. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And we'll give the NFL some credit. They have created, because Gene Upshaw, because of his work,
Yes.
they
Yes.
have come up with some significant
Yes, they
pension
did.
money.
Yes.
If it's enough, that's another argument.
Yes.
But they do try to help them, especially with the brain injuries and
yeah,
all
the
that
concussion
stuff.
thing now, right?
Yeah, so they've been forced to address
but that's it.
But they're starting to address it.
The helmets look
But with-
crazy,
but
but
with-
they help.
With what Mike is saying, he's saying, and I understand it. We are very fortunate to be in in the era that we're in, because there's a lot of guys and a lot of groups that they can't earn a living.
So you would love to see somehow if there was some kind of money that was
Absolutely.
set aside for. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I get that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because there's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're like out of that whole group of people, man.
In today's world, with social media being what it is, all you would need would be just one major figure
Exactly.
to step up and say something like
Exactly.
that we need to create this, and it would be done. It
It'd
would
be done
spread
in
like
instance.
wildfire.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of cats out there, man.
Yeah, no question, man.
Yeah.
Man, I can't thank y'all enough for coming in here,
We
man.
thank you, man.
I'm telling you, man, this is such a pleasure
We had
to
a lot
talk
of
with
fun.
y'all, man.
Yeah,
I'm
we had a lot
telling
of
you,
fun.
it's like old friends.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Donnie
Donnie-
took the words right out of my
Donnie and I
mouth.
saw each other. We were like, hey,
It's like we
man.
had
And we
dinner
just
or
met.
something.
Right,
Yeah.
we're like old friends yesterday.
And I can't believe that we're just meeting
And
after
that's
all
the
these
crazy
years.
thing.
I know. That's
That is-
amazing.
We've been in
man.
the same circles. We've been moving in the same worlds, and
Yeah.
but it was the first time.
Yeah. Well, man, I truly adore you guys,
We adore
man. I'm
you
telling you, I
back, brother.
admire you for
Yes.
kicking the door in
Yeah.
to make
That's
a
right.
way
That's
for
it.
others, man.
You got
Because
it.
that's what
That's
y'all
it.
did, man.
Yeah,
That's what y'all did, man. So mad respect to y'all.
Thank
man.
you.
We got mad respect for you too, though, man.
Well, thank you, brother.
50
Yeah, come on, man.
years.
50 years. And we know this business.
Yeah.
So anybody that can do this
Yeah.
at a high level for that long,
Wow.
you got our vote, man.
Especially
Well,
with
thank
the
you, brother.
Yeah,
thank
man.
you, man.
Come on now.
flavor of the month attitude sometimes in
Yeah.
this business.
You know how it goes.
Right.
man.
50 years. Woo, God bless you.
I'm impressed.
Well, thank you, brother. Thank y'all again, man. God
Still
bless
look
you, man.
27 years
All the
old.
best.
Only look young, man.
Aren't you kind?
I'm a little pissed
Aren't
off.
you kind?
I'm all gray.
I need to go get some.
He's sitting back there, 27 years old.
I need to go get some Just for Men or something.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
There you go. Ain't nothing a little spit and dime won't fix.
This is Sporting Waves or something. Wow.
All right, man. God bless y'all, man.
Thank you, brother.
again. All right. Thanks for
One love,
joining
right.
us.
Go.